Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Being a good professor, decided to give us a break. So this is a December holiday season. So we have not read any book, but instead we thought that we'll do our biannual or annual session where we invite or we interact with some people who are making difference in the world, be it in the service or be it in the forces or be it in the arts. So like that, we are getting good interaction with the people, and this time we are particularly fortunate to have a eminent Rotarians with us. So more of it later. Before that, we'll do our mandatory. So we have two birthdays this month. Monash, who is with us today, and Anjali. Unfortunately, she is flying, so she is not joining us. Happy birthday to both of you.
Happy birthday, Manas.
Happy birthday. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
thank you guys.
Happy birthday, Manish.
Happy birthday,
Thank you guys
Manas.
so much.
Happy
All
birthday,
the
Manish.
best.
জন্মদিনের শুভেচ্ছা
Wow. Wow, wow.
Thank you.
Whatever Chacha said, I'm saying the same to you too.
Rama,
Happy
you'll
birthday,
have
Manas.
a Telugu accent. That's all, right?
Whatever accent, Telugu, no,
Rama,
will not agree.
who's this girl next to you? Saida Shergill?
Saida Shergill.
सईदा
Yeah.
सईदा थोड़ी सरदार जी को पंजाबी में बात कर लो
Hello, Sat Sri Akal ji.
Sat Shri Akal.
सईदा Arjit lives in Pittsburgh and she is a
Ah.
friend of Nidhi and Tridy.
Okay.
And Saida belongs otherwise to Pakistan, but she is married a Shergill.
Yeah, that the name says it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to clarify. Huh? Okay.
Good to see you, Saida.
Thank you. Good to see you too. Happy birthday, Manash.
Hey, Saida, great to see you
And
again.
we of course saw Saida at the wedding of
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
That was
Gaurav.
so nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Manash. All the very best to you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Manasa.
Hey,
Now
thank
we'll
you,
start
thank
the
you.
session. Before that, a small wake-up call for the people who are in Mumbai and Dubai. So today it's my pleasure to welcome Harjit Singh Talwar, who is a district governor in 2019 and 20. From what I hear through all the drinks in the evenings, that he has done an amazing work. And he handed over the baton to another eminent person, Mr. Chetan Desai, who is going to speak to us today on what he has done in the last year as a district governor. From what we gathered during our interaction yesterday, Mr. Chetan Desai has really transformed the social service that Rotary stands for. And we all understand what it is, but then how it is done and what difference can it be made and what impact it can be done is what Chetan is going to speak to us through some examples and through case studies, which are real, which are really touch the people. Mr. Chetan Desai is an entrepreneur. He runs his own software IT related company, and he is based in Borivali, Mumbai. And as you can see, he's quite young and energetic. So with this, I'll hand it over to Harjit Singh Talwar to take over.
Thank you, Ranki, and good morning once again, friends. So let me just give a brief intro of what Rotary is and what District 3141 is before I hand over to Chetan to share what he did last year.
So, Haji, would you like to have the presentation started?
Yeah, shuru kar
I
do.
can share the presentation.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, put it in yeah. Move it ahead. Okay, so Rotary is a global humanitarian organization that brings together business and professional leaders to provide community service, promote integrity, and advance goodwill, peace, and understanding around the world. Founded in 1905 by a gentleman called Paul Percival Harris, Rotary today operates in more than 200 countries with over 1.4 million noble volunteers who give their time, talent, and treasury to do good and to help those in need and the underprivileged. The key areas of focus are promoting peace, fighting disease, clean water sanitation, maternal health, supporting education, local economies, and now environment has been added as a focus area 2 years back, and of course, spread across the globe. The two mottos of Rotary International, which lead us to what we do, one is service above self, and the other is he profits most who serves best. These are the two mottos of Rotary International. Rotary is divided for administrative purposes into districts. Across the globe, we have about 548 districts where these 1.4 million members have joined Rotary. In India, Chetan, just advance the slide. In India, we have 42 districts today spread across the country and about 2 lakh Rotarians. So almost 15% of the Rotarians are in India. And just to mention, the only place where Rotary is growing across the globe is in Asia. In most other countries, Rotary is on the decline. Coming to India, Rotary District 3141, that is Mumbai, up to Mulund and Palghar on this side, we have 124 Rotary clubs with 6,800 members. Our district, with immense pride, I can share, is one of the best districts across the globe. Be it membership, be it contributions for service projects to the Rotary Foundation, be it the actual service that we do hands-on, we are the world leaders as far as Rotary is concerned. And over the years, more than 200 crores worth of community service projects have been done in our district, that is 3141. Obviously, as a natural consequence, we've had a number of Rotarians representing District 3141 at the Rotary International Board and the Rotary Foundation trustees. 3 RI directors and 3 R trustees so far. And like I was mentioning before the meeting started, in all likelihood, the next Rotary International president is also expected to be from India, from District 3141, from Mumbai, and from Chetan's home club, that is Rotary Club of Borivali. His name is Dr. Bharat Pandya. Keeping fingers crossed, I think that should happen. Next, Chetan. Okay. So, Chetan has been one of the youngest governors that Rotary District 3141 has had. Young, smart, dashing. He has transformed what Rotary can do and has done in District 3141 with some excellent initiatives. Of these, we have chosen four initiatives to share today, which have made a real impact on the community. And today's governor, that is his successor, is also continuing with most of those projects. That is the kind of impact that project has created. So, Chetan, over to you and all yours from here on.
So, good morning, friends. Thank you, Harjeet. Just one correction that we do 200 crores worth of project every year. So that's
Wow.
something which we are very proud of. So in year 2024-25, as you can see, it's written vibrant there. So we have declared the year as a vibrant year, and the Rotary theme was Magic of Rotary. So we ensured that all the clubs collectively create that magic of Rotary and make the year very vibrant. And Suresh is here, Harjit is here. They all will agree that we have done reasonably well. And there are some focus areas that we have already declared before the year started. We call them as big impact initiatives. The first one, which we are very proud of, is early child education intervention called Vibrant Anganwadis. So just to give you a brief background, just 100 kilometers away from here, there are two talukas in Vikramgarh, okay, Mukhada and Jawahar, where we have visited a couple of times before my year began. We met with some of the NGOs who work there, and we decided to adopt around 436 Anganwadis to start with, uh, impacting lives of more than 26,000 children. So the idea was to, government gives the Anganwadis, and the Sevikas are chosen from the same hamlet. But the issue is they don't know how to teach those children, and the study material is not that impactful. So we decided to change that scenario and make those tribal Anganwadis into vibrant Anganwadis. So we have selected Mukhada and Jawahar and 436 Anganwadis. The project was so successful that we could reach up to 505 Anganwadis. So child development project officers were taken in confidence. We joined hands with government, so they allowed us to do this project. There are 17 supervisors, obviously 505 Anganwadis, 505 Sevikas, helpers, 505 helpers, and the age group is 3 to 6 years, and total project cost. So adopt one Anganwadi will cost you around 1,25,000 rupees. And when we talk about 125,000, it's for the 3 years duration. So we collected the donation upfront so that it's not get affected if the subsequent leadership they don't take up this project. So we ensured that this project reaches to the milestone that we wish to achieve. Okay.
Chetan, if I can just add a small point. These Anganwadis are basically government initiatives, but it is a mere formality. They have a small shed or a small room where it is supposed to be a play school for tribal children. But nothing really happens there, like Chetan mentioned, because the Sevika, who's the one appointed by the government, doesn't know what she's supposed to do, and the children are just wasting their times. So, yeah, Chetan, over.
Yeah. So what we did first, we created 35 model Anganwadis, and then we replicated those successes into 505 Anganwadis. And each club were given this project brief before. Some of the clubs, they visited the Anganwadis, so they understand the before and after once we created the model Anganwadis, and the success was huge. We have trained all the Sevikas through various methodologies, like teach students, small things through Panchtantra stories. And not only teach them with stories, they used to enact the characters of the Panchtantras also. I'll just give you one example that when you go there, uh, the kind of development we did, we asked students to chala chala, mulano, bahar chala, and then we take them out to the ground, and then we ask them, vara kutun ye to hai, means from where the wind blows. And after that, yeah, they understand the directions, and they have to go inside and write on the chart. So everything was done in a very comprehensive manner, and the results were astonishing. There is a scientific tool developed by it's from US, and that can measure the success of this initiative. So if you take any vibrant Anganwadi student and compare it with the early child nursery in Bombay, the outcomes were amazing. They were almost at par. And this is the success of this uh, huge initiative. And looking at this initiative, the government of Maharashtra, and this is something which our district is very, we have played a role of catalyst. Now the government of Maharashtra has adopted the same model in 100,000 Anganwadis across the state. And that is something which, with the same NGO, same model, and that is something which we always believe that our job is to be a catalyst in developing the communities, and then if we can influence the government to take that up, and that is what exactly has happened. And just to let you know how we have trained the sevikas there. Okay, a small snippet or small video which will give you the idea.
So while you're watching this video, let me highlight the fact that the base unit of any Rotary district is the club. All the projects are actually taken up and executed by the clubs. The district is only the motivating force to get them together to do something big. And that's exactly what the district did. We promoted this project in the clubs and telling them that, okay, adopting one Anganwadi would cost you 1,25,000 rupees. Depending on the size and the resources of the club, the president said, okay, I'll adopt 5 Anganwadis. Somebody said, I'll adopt 2. Somebody said, I'll adopt 10. And that is how it added up to 505 Anganwadis. It's all financed by the Rotary clubs.
I just would like to add here that we could mobilize the CSR funds from many corporates. The clubs have approached them, and then through CSR foundation grants, a lot of clubs adopted many Anganwadis. So that is one thing which I would like to highlight as well. Another big impact initiative, which is a continuous effort of many governors before me. We started this initiative in 2012, and we wanted to make it big this year, last year. So this initiative is called Touching Little Hearts. It's all about pediatric heart surgeries. The district has tied up with 7 big hospitals of Mumbai, including Kokila Ambani Hospital, Wokhad. We have SRCC, Vadia, Jupiter, Satya Sai Baba. All these hospitals Rotary has tied up, and the underprivileged class, when they come with their children for any heart ailment, these hospitals they admit them with the support of Rotary. We have Rotary volunteers in all these hospitals. Like I'll give you example of Kokila Ambani Hospital. One Rotarian called Natasha Sechpal, she is stationed there. Like 6 days a week, she goes from Powai, and she makes sure that none of the children who come there requirement of heart surgery, nobody is sent back. And this is something which is implemented everywhere. And our goal was to support 2,000 children last year. And we started very early, and I'm very proud to say that 1,000 surgeries already been funded, and another 1,000 surgery already had, the surplus is there. So this is a big impact initiative, which we call Touching Little Hearts. All the patients, not only they come from different part of Maharashtra, we allow anybody from India, even from abroad. We have served the children from Nigeria as well, from other countries as well. It's just that they have to show that they are underprivileged. So this is what we have done, and all the RI presidents who have come to our district always asked us to visit this project, and this is what you can see that we have RI president elect at that time, Mario. He was here. So this is a beautiful, heart-touching video which I would like you to see, and it will explain the project in itself.
Sound नहीं है चेतन?
Sorry?
There's no sound.
I think Ranki, you got to turn on the sound in the system.
You can't hear the sound?
No, there's no system.
1 minute. There has to be some.
I think you need to enable it also in the
In your
Zoom
computer,
call.
enable Chetan. The control is with you.
Yeah, you got to enable it in the system also.
Yeah, so I'm going to system. Acha, output device.
Yeah, there you say stereo.
1 minute, I'm just. Not showing anything else. 1 minute.
There should be some button that will show audio and video.
When you share, when you do the share, it'll come up at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zoom that you have to do the audio.
Chetan, should Ranki play it from his laptop?
1 minute. Oh, it has to be shared from here. Okay, Venki, can you do it? Because right now I'm not able to find it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay, Wendy, you do it. I'll stop sharing. Yeah. Can you make it? Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
मी आत्ता सध्या 8 वर्षाची मला आधी हृदयाचं ऑपरेशन करायला सांगितलं.
मेरी बेटी अलीना जो 10 महीने की है, उसके हार्ट में प्रॉब्लम है. इको में उसके दिल में छेद आया. मेरी सास पैसे देने से मना कर दिए कि वैसे भी बचने वाली नहीं है तो मैं उसके लिए पैसे नहीं दूंगी. और उसके बाद मेरी सास ने हमें वहाँ से निकाल दिया. बोले कि वो ऐसे.
The Children's Heart Center is unique in that every patient is considered to be everyone's baby. There is no discrimination amongst us about who the patient belongs to and how much care and attention we give to the child. And I think that is what allows us to achieve the high standards of care that we are able to achieve.
We are open to children from every class of society.
No child is sent away. Every child is treated over here.
यहाँ पे अंदर घुसने से पहले ही हमको ऐसा लगा कि इतना बड़ा हॉस्पिटल है तो यहाँ पे इलाज का पैसा भी उतना ही लेंगे.
फिर बच्चे लोग का इलाज करने के लिए मेरे पास पैसा नहीं थे. बर्तन घस के उन लोग को पालती थी.
almost all 80% we get below lower poverty level people. And there are cases we have seen during our rounds, we came to know the mother is not eaten her lunch. She said, मेरा पास पैसा नहीं है क्योंकि सारे money got over. That kind we get. So we do try to help them.
That sometimes we internally fund. At the same time, we have now a wide network of donors.
Rotary decides to fund a surgery, but there's an interview taken of the parents.
Also, Kokilaben Hospital has given us the package by which they will cover the extra expenses even if the child has to stay more than the required period.
Once you touch the life of a child, that's the greatest service you can do to that family.
मुझसे एक पैसे नहीं लिए और मेरे बच्चे को जिंदगी दे दिए। मैं इन लोगों को थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी और डॉक्टर को भी थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी।
मुझे मालूम नहीं था मैं जीऊँगा कि नहीं जीऊँगा, लेकिन उससे मैं आज लाइफ में जी रहा हूँ।
दिल अच्छा लगता है।
लोग भगवान को मानते हैं, लेकिन हम तो भगवान इन्हीं को मानते हैं क्योंकि हमने भगवान को देखा नहीं, भगवान से भी ऊपर।
Just two small points I want to add here. You know, Rotary conducts camps in various tribal and village areas across the district and even beyond to try and identify such children who need this surgery. Because many a times you may not have 2,000 walk-ins for a pediatric heart surgery. So that's one initiative. The youngest child who has been operated under this initiative, Chetan, if I'm right, is 2 hours, 2-hour-old?
Yes. Yes.
2 or 3-hour-old child has been operated under this particular scheme. And finance, I mean, it's a mix. The Rotary Foundation, which is our service arm, through a global grant, funds most of the amount towards this. Individual clubs and Rotarians donate, and there is some government initiative also to get the total package. We already got almost a 50% discount from these 7 hospitals where we've signed the MOU. So if an ordinary surgery would cost about 2 lakhs, Rotary gets it for about 1,10,000. That's how we are able to, get the money together and do 2,000 such surgeries every year. Yeah, Chetan, next initiative.
Yeah, I can see many of you. Every time you see this video, it gives you that kind of impetus that, okay, you have to do something for the society. And, we had our RI president, she came from US, Stephanie Urchik. And when she visited the hospital, and there was 1-day-old baby who was operated. Itna bada bed mein, that baby was so small. And she literally started crying. That is the impact that this project has.
Chetan, you want me to continue or you will take over?
You can continue. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, there'll be some
more videos there. So please continue. Yeah. Friends, we all are very proud of our armed forces, the way they have protected us for so long, and the kind of difference they are making in Kashmir, especially because, as you all know, that infiltration and terrorism is something which they have to fight every day. So we decided in year 2023, from there we decided we should do something for the people of Kashmir to integrate them into the mainstream of India. So our district made a couple of visits. We are working closely with Indian Army there. And we started with adopting some of the schools there, where we paid school fees of very poor people there who never went to the school just because they don't have money. Instead they used to go to madrasas. And you know what happens after that. So this initiative has doubled the admissions of locals in various army schools, and the results were astonishing. After that, last year we decided that we should do something significant, which will bring the Kashmiris, the local Kashmiris, into mainstream, and they start believing in Indian Army and the Rotary, how they can make a difference. So we did a lot of things, but the big impact initiative that we had last year was, can you please move the next slide? Yeah. We call it as Project National Integration. there were a couple of meetings with, as you can see, he's the person like Major General Girish Kalia. So he had come to Bombay. We had a couple of visits, and we identified some of the areas where they would like to have Rotary's involvement. And then we visited Kashmir, and he has showed us various areas where we can work. Some of the initiatives I will talk so that it will give you the perspective. Some initiatives we have targeted towards benefiting the army, and some for the local communities. So we have built some of the schools there as well, school buildings and all. We have given them ambulances because at 11,000 feet, area called Machal, it's cut off from the main Srinagar for 9 months out of 12, and that is where they require the ambulances, which is mobile ambulances that we have given them. We have given them the supply, medical supply for the entire year. So we have donors who have done that in that area, and we have also contributed with one interesting story I would like to tell here, that when they engage with the terrorist at a very high terrain, what happens is, even if our soldiers are injured with a bullet wound, okay, by the time they reach to the base hospital in Srinagar, they will bled to death, and this is the reality of that terrain. So they have asked anything can be done, and then we thought another, I think he's also IITian, Sunil Anand from Mahakali Caves. He said that we can do something and we can give them operation theaters on wheels. So whenever now army engages at the high altitudes, that operation theaters on wheels can go with them, and Jawans can be treated at that particular moment when they are wounded. So this is something which we are very proud of, that we have done it last year. Can we move forward? So these are the initiatives that we have taken. Okay. So the biggest public image initiative, and the initiative which will make the locals, feel that they are being taken care of, is creating a facility called Sumo Taxi Stand at Tregam. Now, why Tregam? Tregam has the highest number of terrorists coming from that region. Maqbul Butt was from that region, right? So the Major General, he speaks about Kashmiriyat, and he says that if we involve locals and make them understand that India is with them, then a lot of things can change. And there are a lot of initiatives that they have taken. We have contributed with our own, resources, like 10 ICU beds in Army Hospital Vocational Training Center. We have done distribution of 2,000 smartwatches and hygiene kits. Okay, and a lot of technical help at the hospitals, also equipments and all. Can we move next? And this is the Sumo stand that we have created. As you can see, public facilities, washroom facilities, stand, and a tower dedicated to Rotary. So this is something which we have created, and it has given us a very positive public image. I'll show you next. I'll show you some of the feedback that we get. Yeah. So can you play this?
मैं बहसियत ट्रेड जनरल सेक्रेटरी ट्रेड फेडरेशन तरागाम रोटरी क्लब बम्बई का बेहद शुक्रगुजार हूँ, जिसने हमें तरागाम बाजार में एक क्लॉक टावर और एक शेड, बस स्टैंड और एक वॉशरूम दे दिया, जिससे आवाम को बहुत बड़ी सहूलियत होगी, क्योंकि हमारे पास बहुत सारे मुश्किलात थे यहाँ पे। वो मुश्किलात रोटरी क्लब बम्बई वालों ने हमें हल करके दे दिया। हम उनके बेहद शुक्रगुजार। एज ए ट्रेड जनरल सेक्रेटरी ट्रेड फेडरेशन में उनका बहुत तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ।
हम रोटरी क्लब मुंबई का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं, जिन्होंने हमें कोई बस स्टैंड और इसके इर्द गिर्द ये घंटाघर वगैरह बना कर दे दिया। इससे आवाम को बहुत ज़्यादा फ़ायदा हुआ। हम इनका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं।
हम रोटरी क्लब इंटरनेशनल के शुक्रगुजार हैं, जिन्होंने यहाँ पर हमें ये क्लॉक टावर, पैसेंजर शेड और खुसूसन वॉशरूम, जिसकी अशद ज़रूरत थी इस मार्केट को, यहाँ के लोगों को। हम कैसे शुक्रिया अदा करें उस क्लब का जिन्होंने ये इनिशिएटिव लिया और यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा काम करके दे दिया, जिसके खुसूसन पूरा इलाका, मैं ब्लॉक की बात करूंगा, पूरा ब्लॉक शुक्रगुजार है रोटरी इंटरनेशनल का कि इतना बड़ा काम जो आज तक नहीं हो पाया उन्होंने करके दे दिया। 1967 का ये मार्केट है, लेकिन आज तक यहाँ पे वॉशरूम नहीं था। इन्होंने एक इनिशिएटिव लेकर हमें ये वॉशरूम बना कर दे दिया। इससे बड़ी बात क्या है सर? हम शुक्रगुजार हैं, पूरा इलाका इस बात के लिए शुक्रगुजार है। जो काम इन्होंने करके दे दिया, हम उसके तहे दिल से उनके शुक्रगुजार है। रोटरी इंटरनेशनल क्लब डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3141 मुंबई के
हम रोटरी क्लब मुंबई के बहुत शुक्रगुजार है। ये जो शेड यहाँ पे हैं और यहाँ पे क्लॉक टावर है, और हमें जिस चीज़ की अशद ज़रूरत थी वो वहाँ पे वो बाथरूम है, क्योंकि हमने बहुत मतलब कम से कम हमें लगता है 30 साल के बाद यहाँ पे बाथरूम जिनकी ज़रूरत हमें पड़ती थी। कभी यहाँ पे हमें कोई गेस्ट आता था, कोई भी आता था, बहुत ज़रूरत पड़ती है। हम रोटरी क्लब को एक बार फिर मतलब उनसे शुक्र करते हैं, उनका शुक्र करते हैं, शुक्र मनाते हैं कि उन्होंने हमें इन चीज़ों को यहाँ पे दस्तयाब रखा। बाकी शुक्रिया सर।
Yeah. So it's like, you know, we will continue to do those activities in the coming years also, because this initiative is appreciated by everyone. The fourth big impact initiative is breast cancer detection scans. Now, normally the mammography, normally what we do is mammography, which is painful and has radiation. We found one of the US companies who has invented this device called breast cancer detection device. Can you go to the next slide? Okay. It is called iBreast exam device, and with that, it's only 10 minutes painless massage kind of, it's a kind of a massager kind of a device, and it can identify any abnormalities in the breast. And we have done more than 81 camps in 8 months. Totally, we have done more than 125 camps in the entire year. These slums are organized in slums where women never had this kind of easy way of doing. Neither they have resources. I'll give you one example that we held one of the camps at Boisar Tarapur. You know, Boisar Tarapur has many chemical factories and also a nuclear reactor there. And the first camp we held there, out of 40 women, 8 were identified with the abnormality. So that's a quite high percentage. And after that, the second stage is mammography if they find any abnormalities. And out of 8, 4 were having the breast cancer. So this is something which has saved many lives. One of the classic example was one of the lady in Ghatkopar. She was just passing by, and she came to know about this camp, and she said, okay, 5 minutes mein kya hota hai? Let us do it. And she went there and she detected with breast cancer. And her entire life changed because it was detected in early stage. So we could save her. And that is the impact that we could have. Once this detection camps were held, people started asking what after the detection. So we had tied up again with not big hospitals, with small hospitals, and we have reduced the cost of cancer treatment to up to 50%. And that is something which we have done. The normal scan will cost only 300 rupees. And what used to happen is in big societies, where the Rotarians are staying, they used to sponsor their maids and the surrounding area, slum area women. So this is something which is a self-funded project, and I think we are doing it in a big way this year as well. And this will be continued for the time to come. And just move to next some of the feedback. Yeah. You have to play it.
हाय, मी सचिन यादव. तुम्ही आता चेक इन करून आले, तुम्हाला कसं वाटलंय?
खूप चांगला एक्सपिरियन्स होता. माझ्या मते
आपल्याला एकतर अवेअरनेसच नाही ह्याबद्दल कोणाला जास्त माहितीच नाही आहे. त्यामुळे सगळेजण विनाकारण घाबरतायत. मला असं वाटतंय मी डेफिनेटली सांगेन 30 आणि वरील वयाच्या लोकांनी, इनफॅक्ट 30हून जरी तुम्ही कमी असाल, आधीपासून चेक करून घ्या. अशी संधी पुन्हा तुम्हाला परत परत कधी मिळेल आपल्याला याचा काही अंदाज नाहीये. ना तुम्हाला इंजेक्शन लागल्यासारखं वाटणार आहे, ना एक्सरे जेव्हा करता तेव्हा काही असं तुम्हाला वाटणार आहे. खूप साधं आहे.
Yeah. So these are the four big initiatives that we have taken. AV Suresh is here, so we have done some good work. I think we already have taken a session on it for helping the, we call it for disabled people. We have done so many good initiatives. So there are so many initiatives, but four were highlighted because this has shaped our year, and a lot of funds we have gathered, and that has made our district number one in the entire world with foundation giving and other things as well. Many community involvement. The membership has increased, net growth of around 500 members due to the projects that we carry out, because when we take people to, even the prospective members to some of our projects like Kokilabin Ambani Hospital or SRCC, or take them to some of the slums where we have done some good projects, disability to ability. So it has made a huge difference. So this is what we have done last year, and thanks to the team. I think it's not the governor who does it. It's the entire team, a district team of around 700 people, and which ably guided by my district learning facilitator, the district trainer, who is none other than, because मैंने पहले ही सोचा था मैं IIT-IIM के नीचे किसी को रखूंगा ही. So he is none other than Harjit Singh Talwar, who was the district learning facilitator and a very, very good friend. So thank you very much and giving me the opportunity to share some of the initiatives that we have taken last year.
Would like to add a few things, Milan, with your permission. I mean, Chetan and Harjit Talwar are being very modest. A district governor spends 3 years from the time they are selected to be a district governor, which they call as district governor nominee designate, till the time they finish being a district governor. They spend 3 years planning the whole thing, working with the 131 clubs and making things happen. They have to do installation of the presidents in 131 clubs. They have to do the Shukriya function of 131 clubs. They have to attend most of the projects in person because that motivates more Rotarians to participate. They have to be fair and transparent in judging which club is right and which club is wrong. And most important is that there are two areas where the Rotary sort of focus on. The Rotary Foundation, where we collect money, which I think Chetan was modest by not saying it. I think District 3141 was the highest in the world last year for collecting about $6.8 million. 6.8 or $6.5 million. That's been the highest in the world. When Talwar said 3141 is known for its contribution, we did the highest contribution in the whole world. And also in terms of membership, I think we were the second or third in terms of adding new members. And more important than new members, as Harjit started, retaining existing members is also a challenge. Unless you keep them engaged in these projects, unless you keep them involved in these projects, unless you motivate them adequately. Because earlier it was all people who were 70 plus. That was Rotary. But today we are focusing on getting more people who are 40, 30s and 40s. So they have aspiration to do things. So unless you get them involved in the projects, they also leave after years then. So that way I must give kudos to all the district governors, but people who are here right now, Chetan Desai and Harjit, because this involves a lot of work. I know what it is, hardly any sleep, running around and keeping people happy. See, Rotary is an organization where there is no boss. It's all peer. Everybody is equal. Everybody had to lead a team where everybody is equal and nobody is going to listen to what you say is a tough task. So well done, Harjit, well done, Chetan, and proud to be a Rotarian.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suresh. You've voiced many of our sentiments after listening to both Chetan and Harjeet. And for all of us book lovers, I must say this is very refreshing to witness such good, constructive social work over the long term. It takes a lot of hard work from what you just said. And it is refreshing also because it's a departure from the usual nonsensical news that is swirling around us. It's good to know that the world has good people and good organizations that do such fantastic work. So thank you for
There
sharing
is
your
something, Milind, I would like to add here.
experience.
It is not only the Rotarian who works,
Mhm,
but also very, very ably supported by their spouses.
mhm,
I know the amount of work Romi has done,
mhm,
going along with her jeep to all the functions, supporting the others and the others' wives to carry them along. So this
mhm,
really creates the feeling of a very comprehensive team,
mhm.
because a Rotarian cannot function if the family does not support what he is doing.
Absolutely.
So
Right,
credit
perfect.
really goes to the better halves also.
Perfect.
Very well
So
said.
I had no choice because my wife is Jwala. Her name is Jwala. So she always used to keep me, yeah, my passion burning inside from me.
Very nice. Good
Very
to
तो
good.
अगर
hear.
आपको टाइम देना है रोटरी के लिए तो बीवी को इन्वॉल्व होना ही पड़ेगा,
Ah,
अदरवाइज यू विल बी आउट ऑफ द हाउस यार. Better that she's involved and knows what you are
I
doing
also
and where you are
I
going.
also tell them the governor's wife doesn't have to cook for 1 year because they are
ah,
called in different clubs to keep eating, drinking, and so they don't have to really cook for 1 year. But I think talking about Romi's Chacha, her initiative on e-waste management and solid waste management is still considered to be Romi's project.
Mhm.
She did a fantastic job when Harjit was the governor, and still everybody refers to that as Romi's project. So she did a lot of work on e-waste management and solid waste management. Am I
Really,
right,
I
Harjit?
didn't know that. I didn't know
Fantastic.
that.
Very good.
basically, when
Amazing
you
work.
got Harjeet as the governor, you got a discounted rate, buy one and get one free, huh? To do all your priority projects.
You don't buy, you give one.
Give one and you get two free.
Okay. So, I'm sure this feeling is uniform across all of us, and maybe we have a few questions for Harjeet and for Chetan. If so, let's go
Shoot.
ahead and chat with them and ask any questions that you have or any other comments that you have to offer. One question I can start with is
Suresh raised the finger, Milind.
Sharath, go ahead.
No, Suresh Divakar.
Okay, Suresh and then Sharath. Okay, go ahead,
Suresh, you
Suresh.
are on mute.
Is it Diva or Suresh?
Yeah.
Suresh Divakar, right?
Rose.
You are on mute, Suresh.
Suresh Divakar, you are on mute.
Diva.
I think he's searching for the.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to unmute myself. I have a quick question. Are the contributions to the Rotary clubs, are they tax deductible?
I think they are tax deductible.
Any contribution to the Rotary Foundation or a trust of a club is eligible for ATG, tax deduction.
What is ATG?
That's the Indian income tax.
50% tax.
Okay.
You 50% tax deduction. But like Chetan mentioned, this corporate social responsibility. Last 3 years, this is taken off in a very big way. Every corporate above a certain turnover or a certain profit level has to expend an X amount
Mhm,
in community initiatives.
mhm,
And Rotary is trying to tap those because it's an obligation for them, and for us, it is an additional opportunity to do service to the community.
Can I add something here? We had a big CSR initiative called Mega CSR Conclave last year, where we invited the industry minister Piyush Goyal and it was held at iconic National Stock Exchange, where we invited 100 corporates and the clubs with their projects. So they visited all these stalls, and wherever they find a particular project interesting, the club president, and the CSR head of the company, they sit together and can take it from there. And I think that has out of $6.257 million, $3.03 million were raised through CSR India grants.
Very good. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, Sharad.
Yeah, Sharad, go ahead.
Ajit and Chetan, thank you very much for talking about your high impact projects. Very impressive. One question to you: is this District 3141 is unique, or are the other Rotary districts and clubs doing similar work and we don't know about that? Because I'm very, very, very pleased to hear what you guys have done, but I don't hear of other Rotary clubs coming through with similar initiatives, similar high impact stuff happening. So
So if you have seen the India map, here are 44 districts, right?
Correct.
And all the districts are doing a fantastic job. If you look at, you go to you Google it, and you will find that all the districts are doing a fabulous job. 3141, because by our financial capital, with more resources, we can make more difference. That doesn't mean that the other districts are. Now, if we have to do some projects in, say, Orissa, then we can take help of the district there, who can empower us with their main resources, and monitoring the projects later on after we have finished that. And they also do their bit there. So it's not that only Mumbai district is doing a good job. All the districts, Delhi is very strong, Bangalore is very strong. One gentleman from Bangalore district is donating 100 crore rupees out of 125 crores that he has to Rotary Foundation, and he's going to be the governor for next year. So just imagine the kind of impact he will create. So like that, we have many good districts in out of 44. You can safely assume that at least 40 districts are doing well. 4 districts, because of lack of resources, might be underperforming. Otherwise, 40 districts are doing absolutely well.
The magnitude may be different,
Yeah.
but yes, Rotary is doing a very good job in terms of community service across the globe, not just in India. You see, this whole concept of Rotary Foundation is basically a pool where Rotary clubs across the globe contribute to that pool, and that pool of resources is distributed wherever needed most. The biggest contributing country is the United States of America. But there are no projects there. I mean, they don't do any project because literacy is all taken care of by the government. Medical facilities are taken care of by the government. So
there are problems, I'm sure.
Plenty.
So that money is all channelized into countries like India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, where there is a need. And there's a concept of matching grant where the club puts in some money, the district puts in some money, and that money is matched by the Rotary Foundation.
One big example I would like to here point out, polio eradication started by Rotary, right? And we have removed polio from the Mother Earth. Only 2 countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan, still it's remaining. You will be surprised to know that in Pakistan, 130 polio workers, including Rotarians, have given up their life because Taliban, they don't believe in polio eradication, so they violence is there. And we are a person like, I'm a Microsoft partner, authorized partner, and Bill Gates, right? Means they 100 बनिया को इकट्ठा करेगा, एक Bill Gates बनेगा, like that, right? Means they are very shrewd business people. And Gates Foundation has donated $1,200 million to Rotary Foundation in eradicating polio. So that is every dollar that the Rotarians give, he matches it by $2. So you give $1, he will give $2. And that is how we are very close, this close to eradicating polio as well.
Very good.
Maris has got a question now, William.
Yeah, Maris, go ahead.
Yeah. So first of all, very, very impressive work. And these are all major projects that you all are doing. I have a question around how do you sustain the projects? Because you said that a lot of work is done by the governor prior for 2-3 years prior, and then they're in position for a year. But the kind of impact the projects have, they probably have a lifespan of 5-10 years at least. So how does that momentum get maintained as you transition leadership at a local level?
So, Maurice, if the project is really good and long term, we have a concept of electing governors 3 years in advance. So, at any point in time, there are always 4 governors in place. Like the governor who's going to take over in 27-28 is already in place. Now the election will go on for the government of 28-29. So people are already there. It's just that the leaders need to get together and decide that this initiative has to be carried forward and take it forward with that momentum.
Got it. So there is continuity of at least 4 years.
Yeah.
So talk about touching little hearts, the pediatric heart surgery. We started in 2012. And we are at the pinnacle right now. So already 13 years in continuation. Vibrant Anganwadi, the project started last year, has been carried forward by this year's governor. Project National Integration started 23. We are taking it forward. So as Harjit rightly said, if all the 4 governors, they sit together and they decide that we will take this momentum, we form committees and we make sure that the passionate Rotarians, now AV students is part of disability avenue for a long time. So, they understand that these are the pain areas and we have to work towards it. So that also works. Normally, but we don't take chance because how leadership is all about. So like in Anganwadi, we have taken 3 years fees or 3 years project, upfront. The contribution was taken upfront. So though the future governors will take it forward, but we have to plan in such a way that we make provision at least for 3 years so that the future leadership don't have a burden of funding our project or our initiatives. And then they will safely carry forward and help the clubs to do it.
But I am sure, Chetan, some projects must be getting abandoned even after starting them for some reason or the other.
Yes.
Must be happening.
But the scale of such projects, Chacha, is very small.
Right.
It's just that it came into the brain of the governor and it did something, but that impact did not really take off, and hence it's not continued. See, because governor is there, yes, but the projects ultimately have to be carried on by the clubs.
Yeah.
So the clubs need to appreciate the project. The clubs need to participate. The governor alone can't do anything.
So another thing, we have done check dams in the tribal areas, right? More than 200 check dams we have built in last 20 years. As long as I remember, started in 2006. So we kept on doing it, and then now the maintenance work of that those check dams are carried forward by the incoming club presidents and all. So continuity is there, and that's the reason we say it's not only about contribution as far as the dollar contribution, but the quality of membership that we have in our district ensures that we continue with very meaningful projects.
That's if I can just add on to what you have said. Let me take my club, Rotary Club of Devnar, right? We have to do certain projects which are specific for the year, what you call as focus for the year. And that would be maybe 40% of the total projects, the time spent on the projects. But there are other projects of our club which is done on a consistent basis year on year. To give you an example, we do something called musculoskeletal surgery for people affected with polio. And that's been going on for the last 20 years, Maurice, 20 years. And then we do also something called Operation Restore for burns patients. That's going on for the last 20 years. So these sort of operations which are done as a club project are continued. The governors might change. Every year the governor changes. the priorities might change, which could be the focus area for the year. But there are projects which are long-term sustained, and many clubs, like they have set up, some clubs have set up a diabetic center, dialysis center. Some clubs have set up an eye hospital. So those sort of things is something which lives its life. It's not a project for the year. So that way there are two different classifications. Some which is specific for the year, which as you rightly said, Chacha, gaya, over. But there are some which are ongoing.
Okay, thank you.
So friends, we have some fellowship initiatives in Rotary. So it's not always a community service. So one thing called International Fellowship of Cricket Loving Rotarians. So we have 22 teams in our district. Why I'm telling this? Because I'm part of one of the team that Borivali represents, and now I have to go and play the match. So I have to leave.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for your patient hearing, giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Harjit. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Chetan, for your
Chetan.
time. Thanks a lot.
That was really wonderful.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
both of you.
Thank you, Chetan.